कॉर्नर्स, हाँ बस सही है।
Good morning, students. I hope all of you are attending the class. Some of the students, those who are present: Hardik Garg, Gunjan Kanwar, Prisa Malik, Saima Khan, Riya, Shobhan, Hitesh Kumar, Shreya Roy, Mehak Chabda, Dania, Ritika, Akshay Sandelia, Monica, Divyangi Jaswal, Aditya Jadhav, Mika Dwivedi, Yamini Verma, Ojaswi Misra, Ganesh Sarma, Ankit Mali, Rita Yadav, Shruti Yadav, Atya Kachot, Devendra Sarma, Anita, Shreya Kodate, Ines Mathur, Chahak Batra, Sania Sarma. I think most of the students are present. So without wasting much time, just want to recall the thing that we discussed in the last class. Chapter 3 अपना first flight से. Name of the book is First Flight. Chapter 3. The main title is Two Stories About Flying. The first story we have already finished about the briefing and all. That we have already finished. Part 1 already over. First flight that we discussed in last two classes already completed. In that story we saw. It is a story we saw. It's a first flight. There is a small bird that is a seagull. Newly born bird that is a small seagull. How it learns to fly. So about that we have learned. In the second similar kind of story that again encourages us, again tells us to do something well with the help of self-confidence. So in this story, part 2 that we are going to begin now today. Before we begin the textual discussion, in the last class I have already briefed you. मैंने already आपको brief कर दिया what is there in the story. A trained pilot may encounter serious problems after a successful takeoff. कई बार टीवी में, न्यूज़पेपर में आपने पढ़ा होगा, देखा होगा कि कई बार प्लेन क्रैश की सूचना आती है. This kind of information is given to us either on TV or newspaper. We read such things. It may be that some of the serious problems a pilot may come across. There may be a number of reasons. Bad weather, storm आ गया, fog आ गए. टेक्निकल एरर्स, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जो एरोप्लेन टेक ऑफ हो गया उसके बाद यूजुअली पायलट है वो ग्राउंड स्टाफ, जो एयरपोर्ट का ग्राउंड स्टाफ है, उससे अपना कनेक्शन नहीं बन पाता उनका, तो उनका कनेक्शन लूज हो गया. पायलट है वो ग्राउंड स्टाफ से कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा, कोई टेक्निकल एरर आ गया. तो एक तो आपको बता दें कि बिकॉज ऑफ बैड वेदर में भी बहुत तेज आंधी तूफान जैसा कुछ आए, मे बी फोग आ जाए. कई बार आपने देखा होगा फोग की वजह से सो एंड सो दीस मेनी फ्लाइट्स गॉट डिलेड, या कोई और नेचुरल कैलेमिटी आ जाए. वी ऑफन हियर ऑन टीवी, रीड इन न्यूज़पेपर अबाउट प्लेन क्रैश, मिस्टीरियस प्लेन डिसअपीयरेंसेस. और कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मिस्टीरियसली मींस even about some of the plane crashes, even till date we do not know the reason कि ये ऐसा क्यों हुआ होगा, ये प्लेन क्रैश क्यों होगा, these many casualties क्यों होगी, कैसी होगी, we do not know about that. Mysteriously it happens. It may be because of air turbulences, because of the air disturbances, lost contact with the ground staff. एक रीजन ये हो सकता है. और मे बी वन रीजन दैट इज टेक्निकल एरर्स में कम हो सकता है कि कोई टेक्निकल एरर आ गया हो. मशीनरी है, मशीनरी जैसे अपने कार कई बार खराब हो जाती है, तो यूजुअली कम अक्रॉस सच सिचुएशंस, तो अपना ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है कई बार कार, वैसे वो भी टेक्निकल है, हो सकता है एरोप्लेन में खराबी आ जाए. The way in which the narrator handles the danger situation, it shows the self-confidence of a person. कई बार our life is full of sorrows, full of anxiety you may say, full of disturbances you may say. Everything cannot go on according to our own wish. अपने अनुसार सारी चीजें नहीं चल सकती. कोई ना कोई ऐसा रीजन होगा कोई ना कोई ऐसा तरीका होगा जिससे we usually get disturbed. So disturbances are always there, sorrows are always there, anxiety is there. We need to, or we usually come across to such sorrows, difficulties. But then, how do we overcome to such situations? How do we come out from such situations? It is quite important to note. And the same thing is given here. Black aeroplane, for example, narrator is flying the aeroplane. In between, he lost contact with the airport staff. नीचे ग्राउंड स्टाफ जो होता है उनसे उसका संपर्क टूट गया, and because of that he faced a problem. But because of his willpower, because of his self-confidence, in what way he reached safely, he landed the flight very safely because of his self-confidence. तो अपने जीवन में बहुत सारे डिस्टर्बेंसेस आए होंगे, और हाउ डू वी हैंडल सच डेंजर सिचुएशंस. हमारी लाइफ में ऐसे बहुत सारे अवसर आते हैं जिसके अंदर we usually face the things which should not happen in our life. You usually expect, मान लीजिए सपोज मैं बाहर गया, साइकिल चला रहा हूँ, कहीं गिर गया, लग गया, तो such situations may come in our life. Such sorrows, difficulties, problems we may come across, but we should not get disturbed. हमें disturb नहीं होना है. हमें उन dangerous situations का, या the time that is not expected from our side, it happens. Something unexpected may happen in our life. You see this COVID-19. This is totally unexpected, unprecedented. Nobody thought, not only in India, throughout the world, nobody thought like this. कि ऐसा भी कोई situation आएगा, AECS 4 will run on internet, school internet पे run होने लगेगा. We never thought like this. But then also problems came and we are facing it. We are trying our best, even not from school side, even from parent side, children side, from every side we are facing the problem, and we are trying our best to come out from that problem. Problems everywhere. हर जीवन में, जीवन के हर मोड़ पे problems है. We come across to such problems. But उन problems से बाहर कैसे आए, उन problems को से बाहर कैसे निकलें, that makes the difference. So I think the point is very much clear. हमें problems life में आएगी, but उन problems को हम कैसे handle करते हैं, कैसे उस चीज को अपन handle करके, and we come out from that situation and we are comfortable happy. That is given in this second chapter, that is Black Aeroplane. We should not lose the calm in difficult situation. कोई भी तरह का dangerous situation आ जाए, difficult situation आ जाए, we should be very much calm, cool. With a cool mind we should think. कई बार छोटी-छोटी problems आती है, and you meet to your teacher, class teacher, you tell to your parents. Then they usually say, most of the elders in our life they say, cool down. Everything will become normal in the days to come, in the years to come. सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. In the hours to come, कल सवेरे सब ठीक हो जाएगा. So it is not like that कि all the day long or all the years things will go on according to our own wish. Problems आएंगी, ऐसे situation dangerous create होंगी, ऐसे difficult situations create होंगी. But to come out from such situations, it is quite important to us. Okay, so we should not lose calm in difficult situation. So try to come out of it bravely. We need to show that we are braver now. We should have self-confidence in us. मान लीजिए मैंने कोई एग्जाम दिया and I failed that exam. मैं उस एग्जाम में फेल हो गया. I am in such a dangerous situation. That is meant for a child, for a student. But how do I come out from that situation? It is quite important. We should not lose hope in that situation. That is important to us. Okay. और इस स्टोरी में ब्लैक एरोप्लेन में भी जो पायलट है वो एरोप्लेन उड़ा रहा है. In between he faces you may say adverse climate that is not appropriate for the aeroplane. और उस सिचुएशन से वो बाहर कैसे आता है, that is given. How bravely he comes out from that situation, it is given there. Okay, so let's see the story. All of you, please be with your book of First Flight and part 2 that we are going to discuss today. Page number 37 देखिए. All of you see page number 37. Line by line, word by word, I am trying to explain it. Okay? I think things are very clear. Okay? Part 2, the black aeroplane. The moon was coming up in the east behind me. Me refers to the pilot or the narrator of the story. The stars were shining in the clear sky above me. Stars were there. So in night time, stars are there in the sky during night time only. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was the clear sky on that day, that night. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside, and I was very much happy. What the pilot, what the narrator of the story say that I was happy enough. कि मैं I was very much high up above the sleeping countryside. The whole, all the villagers, countryside refers to this for rural life. So all the people throughout the nation, throughout the world were sleeping. What he says. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane. Aeroplane का नाम दे रहा Dakota. वो उड़ा रहा था over France और मैं फ्रांस के ऊपर से निकल रहा था. Back to England. I was coming back to England. फ्रांस से होते हुए वो इंग्लैंड आना था उसको. So it was his flight route. I was dreaming of my holiday. Or all the people, those who are professionals, those who do not get much holidays, suppose they get any holiday. So they have a number of expectations. So he was thinking in that way, कि कल तो tomorrow morning I'll reach to England and then I'll spend one whole day with my family. I'll enjoy food with them. I will spend quality time with them. So he was thinking a lot about holiday. I was dreaming of my holiday, looking forward to being with my family. And he was happy enough that tomorrow I will spend the whole day with my family members. I will enjoy food with them. I will become the part of my family tomorrow. I looked at my watch 1:30 in the morning और midnight के बाद रात को 1:30 हो रहे 1:30 it is there. Early morning hours you may say. I should call Paris control soon. अब वो फ्रांस में था तो पेरिस कंट्रोल रूम को उसको कांटेक्ट करना था. I thought as I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, or as soon as he saw the nose of the aeroplane, means quite straight nose. Okay. I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS088 here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? This is the usual practice done by the pilots to contact the ground staff available on the airport. So उसने वैसे अपना वो टॉकी वॉकी से बोला hello 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 Paris control room Dakota DS088 and it has the number of his flight. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over like that. इस तरह का वो communication they are making. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degree west now. DS088 over. And from the ground staff, he got the clarity. He got the instructions to be followed. और ground staff से क्या मिला? Yes. DS088. This is the number of the flight. I can hear you. Ground staff. फ्रांस का बता रही है सब सुन पा रहे हैं आपको. आप थोड़ा सा ऐसे कर लिए टर्न 12 डिग्री वेस्ट. आप जो ईस्ट की साइड चल रहे हैं थोड़ा सा राइट वेस्ट साइड पे 12 डिग्री मोड़ लीजिए. I checked the map and the compass, switched over to my second and last fuel tank and turned the Dakota 12 degree west towards England. And I switched over to the last fuel tank. ऐसे मान लीजिए एक प्लेन में 3 टैंक होता है, 4 होते हैं, exactly I do not know. But it was the last fuel tank available with him. I will be in time for breakfast. I thought a good big English breakfast. And I was thinking, he was dreaming, you may say. सपने ले रहा है, सोच रहा है that tomorrow I'll enjoy food with my family. Tomorrow morning breakfast even I also will take with my family. Everything was going on well. It was an easy flight. और सब कुछ smoothly according to his wish was going on. and he was dreaming to spend a holiday with his family. और वो कह रहा था कि मैं तो इवन 1:31 है अभी तो, अरे मैं तो मॉर्निंग ब्रेकफास्ट तक आई रीच टू माय फैमिली. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me when I saw the clouds. और अब मैं around 150 kilometers away from France or Paris I was. Paris से मैं 150 kilometers चल चुका था. And I saw the clouds. Storm clouds were there. They were huge, big in size, enormous. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. They looked like black mountains. Black mountains it refers to big in size. ऐसा लगा जैसे कोई black mountain मेरे सामने खड़ा हो. Across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. और उसके सामने दो problems थे. कि उसके पास न तो enough fuel था, or to fly around them, even neither north side nor south side. He was facing such a problem that उसके पास enough fuel was not available with him, and he was in dilemma whether I should go back to Paris or I should cross this black mountain refers to clouds. I ought to go back to Paris. मैंने पेरिस जाने का सोचा कि चलो मैं वापस मोड़ लेता हूँ प्लेन को, सीधे पेरिस जाऊँगा, पेरिस में वापस लैंड करते हैं. But I wanted to get home. But that kind of homesickness he had in his mind that he wanted to go home. I wanted that breakfast, that early morning breakfast. He wanted to have with his family. I will take the risk, I thought, and flew that old Dakota straight in the storm. और he thought उसके पास दो अवेलेबल थे, एक या तो वो रिस्क ले क्लाउड से निकल जाए, या फिर वो he should go back to Paris. But he has planned to take the risk. Or more risk, more gain, you know. Although we should take the calculated risk, but he planned to take that risk because he wanted to take the risk because he wanted to enjoy breakfast with his family. He has already promised in his mind and to his family members that tomorrow morning I'll see you. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. और clouds थे वो सारे एकदम black हो गए. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. और वो अब जो old aeroplane DS क्या नाम था? DS-088. It was unable to इधर उधर घूम रहा है, ये हो रहा है, unable to balance well. I looked at the compass. It is a kind of an instrument available in the aeroplane. I couldn't believe my eyes. और मैं अपने आप को ट्रस्ट नहीं कर पा रहा था. I couldn't believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. Means एक कोई उसका जो मशीन है, एक उसका जो घड़ी है, that is showing that there is something wrong. Round means it was giving the alarm that there is something wrong. You should not fly. It was dead, and now it was not at all working too. It wouldn't work. काम भी नहीं करेगा. The other instruments were suddenly dead. All the instruments stopped working. Compass भी और बाकी जितने भी थे ना, all of them stopped working. I tried the radio. और मैंने क्या किया, मैंने रेडियो ट्राई करके देखा कि पेरिस कंट्रोल, कैन यू हियर मी? एंड ही ट्राइड टू हैव द कांटेक्ट विद द पेरिस ग्राउंड स्टाफ. पेरिस एयरपोर्ट में जो ग्राउंड स्टाफ था जिससे अभी कांटेक्ट किया था और वेस्ट साइड में मुंडे को बोला था, ही ट्राइड टू गेट कनेक्टेड विद देम. देयर वाज नो आंसर बिकॉज पूरा कनेक्टिविटी पूरा लॉस्ट हो गया है, कोई कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है. ऑल द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स स्टॉप्ड वर्किंग, ऑल द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स वर डेड नाउ. देयर वाज नो आंसर फ्रॉम द रेडियो was dead too. अब रेडियो भी डेड हो गया. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. Even I was unable to imagine मैं कहाँ पर हूँ. मैं मेरी लोकेशन ट्रेस नहीं कर पा रहा. I was lost in the storm. Then in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings. Or you just imagine कि जिस समय वो अकेला पूरा स्काई में एरोप्लेन उड़ा रहा था, इन बिटवीन टू दैट प्रॉब्लम ही सो अ काइंड ऑफ होप यू मे से. उसने देखा कि उसके बगल में कोई दूसरा एरोप्लेन चल रहा है, एंड ही थॉट दैट इट हैज कम टू हेल्प हिम. Then in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane, and it was simply his imagination in the mind. Actually, there was no other aeroplane available. कोई दूसरा aeroplane था ही नहीं. I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face. और मुझे वहाँ पे imaginary pilot की face दिख रहा. It is known to us, but उसको तो लग रहा है कि कोई दूसरा pilot वहाँ पे है, कोई दूसरा plane वहाँ पे है. Turn towards me, or that face of the pilot turned towards me. मेरी तरफ देख रहा है. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. उसने अपना एक हाथ उठाया और ऐसे wave किया. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Like that. So he got that kind of hope. Somebody is there to help me out. So he waved the hand like this and said, "Follow me." I was saying, "Follow me." और कई बार होता है जैसे मान लीजिए अपन कोई ऐसे टाउन में चले जाए where we are not known, ज़्यादा पता नहीं हो तो उस केस में क्या होता है यूजुअली अपन किसी को रास्ता पूछते मान लीजिए गाड़ी वाले तो कहता है सर प्लीज फॉलो मी आई एम आल्सो गोइंग टू दैट वे फॉलो मी ही वाज सेइंग फॉलो मी ही वाज सेइंग ही रेफर्स टू अनदर पायलट ही नोज दैट आई एम लॉस्ट आई थॉट ही इज ट्राइंग टू हेल्प मी और मुझे लगा कि ही हैज कम टू हेल्प मी आउट ही टर्न्ड हिज एरोप्लेन स्लोली टू द नॉर्थ साइड इन फ्रंट ऑफ माय डेकोटा और मेरी प्लेन के बिल्कुल सामने की तरफ चल रहा है सो दैट इट वुड बी इजियर फॉर मी टू फॉलो हिम और मैं उसके पीछे पीछे वो मेरे आगे आगे चल रहा है आई वॉज वेरी हैप्पी टू गो बिहाइंड द स्ट्रेंज एरोप्लेन लाइक एन ओबीडिएंट चाइल्ड और बिल्कुल एक ओबीडिएंट चाइल्ड की तरह ओबीडिएंट स्टूडेंट की तरह एज यू पीपल फॉलो योर टीचर्स ना योर पेरेंट्स इन द सेम वे जस्ट लाइक एन ओबीडिएंट चाइल्ड आई फॉलोड हिम I followed the another aeroplane, another pilot you may say. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now, there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. अब मैंने चेक किया कि मेरा जो टैंक था फ्यूल टैंक उसमें कितना तेल बचा हुआ है कितना ऑयल बचा हुआ है and it was for hardly 5 to 10 minutes means 5 से 10 मिनट का फ्यूल टैंक उसके पास बचा हुआ है I was starting to feel frightened again and this was the another problem occurred all the instruments which are very much needed including compass including radio stopped working all of them became dead जैसे फोन की बैटरी डेड हो जाती फोन इज नॉट वर्किंग कैसे काम करेगा इन द सेम वे पूरे इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स इंक्लूडिंग कंपास जो भी इनके इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स होते हैं ऑल ऑफ देम स्टॉप्ड वर्किंग ऑल ऑफ देम वर डेड नाउ एंड ही वाज अनएबल टू हैव कांटेक्ट विद द ग्राउंड स्टाफ एयरपोर्ट पे संपर्क नहीं कर पा रहा but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of light in front of me it was a runway an airport and with the next seconds I could see the runway मुझे सामने runway दिख रहा है इंग्लैंड का means what it means to say that finally he has reached he has come out from that difficult situation he handled the dangerous situation in a very beautiful way because of his self confidence कोई दूसरा एरोप्लेन नहीं था कोई दूसरा पायलट नहीं था उसके हेल्प करने को he was all alone over there but he knows how to come out from that kind of dangerous situation he felt he had the self confidence in him self respect you may say उसके अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस है कि यस आई विल कम आउट और दैट काइंड ऑफ रे हैज कम इन हिज लाइफ के पास में कोई जो चल रहा है एरोप्लेन इट हैज कम टू हेल्प मी suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me it was a runway an airport and I was safe I couldn't believe that I have come out from that dangerous situation I have come out from the sorrows that I faced and everything started working. Now he is very close to that England airport. But the sky was, sorry, I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane and I simply saw the another aeroplane कि वो दूसरा वाला aeroplane कहाँ तक पहुँचा. But the sky was empty, no other aeroplane was there. मैंने देखा कि वो साथ वाला जिसने मेरी हेल्प की जिसकी वजह से मैं सेफली लैंड कर पा रहा हूँ वेयर इज दैट अनदर फेलो बट स्काई वाज एम्प्टी नथिंग एल्स वाज देयर There was nothing there. कुछ भी नहीं था. The black aeroplane was gone. Black aeroplane था ही नहीं वहाँ पे. I could not see it anywhere. I could not see that black aeroplane. That is the title also, black aeroplane. Nowhere it was. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old headquarters near the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center. और जो control room होता है ना इनका, control room, उस control room में ground staff पे जाके पूछा उसने एक lady को, क्या पूछा देखो? I went and asked a woman in the control room or center where I was and who was the other pilot. Who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you to him. मैडम एक बार बताइए कि मैं अभी वहाँ से आया हूँ और किसी एरोप्लेन ने या क्या बोले कि पायलट ने मेरी हेल्प की है. Who is that fellow? I just want to thank him. She looked at me very strangely. She refers to the women ground staff. Ground staff वाले ने मेरे से पूछा और strangely मेरी तरफ देख रही है. She looked at me very strangely. Then laughed. Another airplane? What airplane you are talking? Up there in this storm? इस तूफान में? और कोई दूसरा एरोप्लेन? क्या बात कर रहे सर? She means to say, means there was no another aeroplane. No other airplanes were flying tonight. आज की रात में कोई भी एरोप्लेन फ्लाइट नहीं कर रहा है. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. और जो रडार जिस जो सिस्टम होता है जिसके ऊपर ये सब चीजें चलती है उस रडार पे I could see only and only your aeroplane और कोई नहीं. So who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or radio or without any more fuel in my tank. मेरे टैंक में फ्यूल भी नहीं है. जितना भी सिस्टम था जो टेक्निकल सपोर्ट दैट पायलट गेट्स that also stopped working. काम नहीं कर रहा. Everything got dead. But इसलिए किसने मेरी हेल्प की? This is the question he asked to himself. Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without the lights? Who was there? So this was. अब वो अपने आप से पूछ रहा है कि मैं इतनी बड़ी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन से बाहर आ गया. मैंने इतनी बड़ी सिचुएशन को अच्छे से हैंडल कर लिया. मैं रडार के ऊपर अकेला था और ग्राउंड स्टाफ बोल रहा है कि nobody else was there. Then इस डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन से बाहर कैसे आया? किसने मेरी मदद की? This is like that he helped himself. He means he didn't lose the hope. You may say he lose the hope. And with self-confidence, अपने खुद के confidence से, he came out from that dangerous situation. In a better way, he handled the situation. He came out from that difficult situation, dangerous situation. So it is all about the chapter. I hope you people have understood. इन दोनों ही में bravery की कहानी है, self-confidence की कहानी है. आपको अपने आप को बिल्डअप या इतना अपग्रेड करना पड़ेगा that you can face the challenges in your life. You can face the difficulties in your life. You can face the sorrows in your life. You need to train yourself in such a way. आपको अपने आप को इस तरीके से ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा अपने लाइफ में या अपने आप को इस तरह से यूँ कहें कि अपने आप को प्रशिक्षित करना पड़ेगा इस वे में कि whatever sorrows, whatever challenges, whatever bad time comes in our life, we are ready to face it very bravely. And definitely the days not far, that time is not far when we will be able to come out from that. It is very much possible. Possibility है. If you have the self-confidence in yourself, if you are self-reliant, आप अपने ऊपर अगर reliant होता है, आपको अपनी abilities पे proud है, you have that kind of hope in your mind, yes, I can do it, then I think it is possible to do it. So this is all about these two chapters. Or one more thing. I think yesterday you came to know कि पूरा links आपको दे दिया. And CBSE has decided to reduce the syllabus of classes 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th for this academic session. Around 30% syllabus reduced. 30% syllabus will be deleted. 30% syllabus delete कर दिया, and these chapters, these PDFs are already supplied to you. The chapters which are deleted from our book, I wish to read them out so that you can understand. और जो भी और कोई नई अपडेट होंगी, we will come to know, we will tell you कौन सी और चीजें हैं. ग्रामर पोर्शन में बेसिक वॉइस आपका हटा दिया है. क्लोजेस, नाउन, एडवर्ब, क्लोज ऑफ कंडीशन, टाइम, रिलेटिव, ये सब हटा दिया है. एंड प्रेपोजिशंस आल्सो. तो मेनली पैसिव वॉइस, क्लोजेस एंड प्रेपोजिशन. अभी जो अपना बुक चल रहा है, and we are fortunate enough that so far we have not taught you such lessons which are deleted. आपके जितने भी लेसन्स डिलीट हुए हैं या सिलेबस कम हुआ है, वो चैप्टर्स हमने अभी किए ही नहीं है. So far we are not done. So whatever chapters you are taught now, it is all useful to this academic session 2020 to 21. Clear? The chapters, एक poem है, how to tell wild animals, trees, fog, Misville the author, for Anne Gregory. These many chapters or poems are excluded from your syllabus, means they are deleted. And from the supplementary reader, The Midnight Visitor, A Question of Trust, The Book That Saved the Earth. These three chapters are removed. So I think things are very much clear. Already you can refer. आपको सारी चीजें आपको PDF फॉर्मेट में सप्लाई कर दिया शुक्ला सर ने. So you may see these PDFs. If anybody want to ask anything, you can ask. आपको कोई डाउट पूछना है, कुछ भी पूछना चाहते हैं, you can ask. जो भी आपको पूछना है, you can ask. Things which are taught through online classes, you just go through them by yourself. Take the help of reference books. This one already we have given the handouts, presentation, PPTs. Already link आपको दे रखा है. और at the end of each one worksheet is also given. You try to solve that worksheet. जितने भी textbook question answers are given to you, you solve them also. Worksheets which are given to you, I have already uploaded the worksheet related to the chapters which we have finished so far. You just complete them and try to submit your answers or answer sheet in time. बहुत सारे बच्चे in time they are submitting, but still some students are there who have not submitted so far. So I request one and all that you, whatever instructions are given to you from your subject teachers, you try to follow them. Okay? If you wish to ask anything, you can ask. One student, Sopan is asking, are these deleted chapters won't be asked in internal assessments? These chapters won't be asked anywhere. Won't be asked anywhere. कहीं भी नहीं पूछे जाएंगे. So whatever other updates are there, we will keep updating you. Don't worry, it's over. और कोई सवाल है, you can ask. So if any other doubt is there, you can write in the chat box, or personally you can WhatsApp me also. You people have already my number. So if you face any difficulty, you can ask without agitation. So that's all for today. Have a good day ahead.